Aussie dollar this has been absolutely glorious. It's moved through a couple of lovely structural points and significant points over the last week, and there's a level I want to show you on this that has particular appeal. Got to go to the weekly to see it probably, and it's this high here. In terms of significant levels, you're not going to get much better than that. Okay, that high is 98.49. Okay, I'm just going to put that in. A different colour, just so we know, because either side we have significant levels at 98.49, so we know that represents that peak there. That's the point from which the Aussie dollar sold off when the credit crisis was underway, Lehman Brothers, and remarkably, it's exactly the point we broke through. Well, certainly that's the point we got to when we broke the original structure in this Aussie US dollar. Okay, there were two or three levels broken. First of all, the 103.90, which those of you that have done this session or listened to me bark on about the Aussie dollar from 103.90, the 103.90 was your watershed level. You had to be short below there. We then went to the 101.82. Okay, that 101.82 was our buy point right from back in Q1 of this year. 101.82, the level that bound the top of that consolidation, fell through that, and we went through the 98.49. So the purple line here is that 2008 high. Closed below there, and then Friday we are just now price action here. That's lovely setup. We're just sandwiched. Friday's close is sandwiched in between 98.49 and the 97.03, which is this significant point here. So in terms of structural long, the structural long is the 99.26. This would be, if we fail to move down from here, this would be the point at which we would execute the failure trade back to the upside. So the structural long is 99.26. Structural short is 97.03. So both levels aren't that far away from the current price action. So below 97.03 we want to stay short. The bias here, momentum precedes the price. That is our expectation. So like the dollar CAD to the upside, our bias here is to the downside for the same reasons. We're both, both of these are dealing with US dollar strength, and the Aussie was referred to as the confidence currency. There's a lack of confidence out there, and that is why the Aussie has declined, and it's a commodity currency, and it's gone in line with the decline in the copper that we first looked at as well. So this is all making absolutely perfect sense. So there are your two structural points, and when we get to the 200 tick then, so the blue lines, as I said, are the structural points feeding through into the 200 tick. Useful having them in there so you can see when you get down to the nitty gritty how the market has been respecting them. And you can see this period of, this is basically just the other way up to the dollar CAD. We've had big decline, and through the last 4 sessions we just had basically a period of consolidation where we've been tracking sideways, and as it happens we've been tracking sideways, just bouncing in between those two significant levels. Very clear what we want to do here. We we don't want to get caught up in this noise. So we're taking the levels either side of the significant points from the daily, and the green line's the buy and the red line is the sell. Very straightforward. This is clear picture. The 98.66 is the buy point. In this case, Matassa, the stops are the blue lines. Okay. Again, in this scenario, we do not want to be giving it too much room. We don't want it too wide a stop to allow it to keep swinging back in this range. So the long point is the 98.66 with a stop at 98.49. Or when I say the stop at the structure, okay, significant level, sorry. When I say the stop at 98.49, you want to put it just the other side, okay, not exactly at the level. So the long point 98.66, your long stop is 98.49. Okay, indeed. On the other side, your short point is 96.70, which is this low. It's this low where the buyers came in. It's this low here, which is below the one-day low and below the 97 significant point. So this is where we expect some stops to be triggered and further declines to happen. Remember where our bias is. Okay, manage your expectations on a trade. Your high expectations, your low risk, your high probability trades are in a direction on trend. Where's the trend? Where's the momentum in the Aussie dollar? We've seen that from the daily. It's down. Our main objective is to partake in the short side, therefore. Okay, everyone clear on that? 96.70 the short. We've got nice tight stops here. With your short stop 99, your short stop at 97, or the other side. Your long 98.66. Your long stop at 98.49. But that's a nice clean setup. I'm going to put these levels in on my radar screen at the end of the session manually, so I suggest you do the same. I'll keep the screen up. Okay, that's the